Welcome in, everybody, to Lawson High School here in Bellevue, Tennessee, as the Upperman Bees get set to take on the Lawson Lightning here in Bellevue. I'm Jacob Vincent, live on the UCR Facebook page and YouTube channel. So glad to have you along this evening. Should be a fun contest between a now 4A team. Once again for the Bees, obviously taking on out of Baxter, a 3A team for the Bees. We welcome you into the Crouch Team with Highlands Elite Real Estate pregame show. The Upperman Bees 6-2 on the season. A win against Lebanon on Friday, 60-52. It's their second straight win against a 4A team, beating Oakland on Tuesday last week, and now going for their third win in a row against a 4A team. This Lawson team, they were 3A last year, bumped up to the 4A classification this season. Ty Cobb has been great in the last couple of games. He's been great all season long. 21.7 rebounds against Lebanon in that win. 9 points over the final 90 seconds to get the W in that one as well. He had 42 against Oakland, and obviously the students had a little something to say to him before that game got going. It got him going as well. Colton Johnson has been really solid in these last two games. 15-7 against Lebanon in the win. 20 points against Oakland as well. Offensively, those two have been really good. On the other side for this Lawson Lightning team, they're 4-3 so far this season. They beat Fairview on Friday 50-24. Their three losses, not bad three losses. Kirkwood 86-67, Ensworth by 10, 55-45, and CPA by 4, 76-72. They played this Upperman team last year in Baxter, and Upperman won it 65-42 last season. This Lightning team went 18-13 and ended up falling in the region quarterfinals to White House 69-60. Once again, this is the Crouch Team with Highlands Elite Real Estate pregame show. We'll step aside when we come back. We'll have the starting lineups brought to you by the South Willow Auto Clinic. You're watching Upperman Basketball, presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network. Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Upperman Basketball on UCR. Located at 755 Buffalo Valley Road in Cookeville, Gentry's Power Equipment is your local steel dealer. With a huge selection of outdoor power equipment, including chainsaws, blowers, trimmers, mowers, pressure washers, and more. They are your local one-stop shop for high-quality equipment. Locally owned and operated, Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to support Upperman Athletics and UCR. Watson Chevrolet is proud to present the area's best selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Watson Chevy's staff of experts are ready to get you into your next vehicle with unmatched service and knowledge. Stop in at 2350 Cookeville Highway and get your vehicle serviced by their highly trained professionals. Right now, you can save money on oil changes, regular maintenance, and battery installation. And remember, don't buy till you see Jason Fye. Watson Chevy is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the UCR Media Network. Welcome back here to Lawson High School in Bellevue, Tennessee, just west of Nashville, just on the outskirts of Nashville, really a suburb of Nashville here in the middle of Tennessee. I'm Jacob Vincent, live on the UCR Facebook page and YouTube channel. So glad to have you along this evening. Let's get ready to bring you the starting lineups brought to you by the South Willow Auto Clinic right here inside the Crouch Team with Highlands Elite Real Estate pregame show. For the Upperman Bees, they will be the away team on the scoreboard tonight on the road, and they'll be sticking with the same starting lineup that has gotten them to the 6-2 record so far this season. It'll be a junior, number 0, Ty Cobb. A sophomore, number 1, is Joseph Maynard. Senior, number 2, is Jack Torrance. Senior, number 22, is Collier Bush. And a junior, number 24, is Colton Johnson. Once again for the Bees, Colton Johnson, Collier Bush, Jack Torrance, Joseph Maynard, and Ty Cobb. The lights will get ready to fall for the starting lineups for the Lawson Lightning as they get ready to bring him out here. Once again, brought to you by the South Willow Auto Clinic. There they go, and here comes the spotlight. It is almost a brand new school. They've only been a school for 3 years. This is their third season, their third year open as a school, and this place is sweet. If you ever get a chance to come to the west side of Nashville and check out James Lawson High School in Bellevue, definitely check it out. It really reminds you of a college campus here in Bellevue. Let's bring you the starting lineups for the Lightning as well. For the Lawson Lightning, 4-3 on the year. It'll be the sophomore, number 2, Kyson Wilmot. Junior, number 3, is Carter Landenberger. Junior, number 11, is Elliot Brooks. Junior, number 24, is Chandler Galloway. And a junior, number 33, is Austin King. Once again for the Lightning, Austin King, Chandler Galloway, Elliot Brooks, Carter Landenberger, and Kyson Wilmot for head coach Preet Foyden. And the Lawson Lightning, who are 4-3 on the season. Those are your South Willow Auto Clinic starting lineups, and that'll conclude the Crouch Team with Highlands Elite Real Estate pregame show. So glad to have you along live on the UCR Facebook page and YouTube channel. Make sure you hit that share button on Facebook, like the stream on YouTube and Facebook, and comment along with us. Let us know where you're watching from. The Bees in their white black uniforms with gold trim around the sides of the jerseys and the shorts as well. Baxter across the front of the chest, and white numbers, gold Baxter across the front of the chest. For the Lawson Lightning, they're in their home white uniforms with light blue Lawson across the front of the chest and on the numbers, and a navy blue down the sides with yellow and gold trim around the shorts and jerseys as well. Just about ready for action here in Bellevue. Officials ready to go. Joseph Maynard wins the opening tip, and the Bees will have the first possession of the basketball game, moving from left to right. Cobb will get ready to set up the offense as he walks it into the front court, throws to Torrance in the middle, and around to Kills on the left wing. Cobb catches, turnaround jumper, just a little bit short. Rebound, though. Kyler Bush tracks it down, almost turned it over, and Cobb still has it. Students went wild for the missed shot for Cobb. Inside is Johnson, creates some space, draws a foul, and finishes. Colton Johnson is going to be at the line. The Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line for one. After he gets that one to fall, and it's a 2-0 start for the Bees here on the road. Johnson's free throw good. It's a good three-point play to open it up for the Bees, and they'll come out in a little bit of full-court pressure, a 2-2-1. They'll throw it ahead here to Landenberger. Galloway will get it. He'll bring it across into the hands of Cross. Or I beg your pardon, that was Brooks who had it, and then we'll throw it back out towards the half-court line. The point guard is the sophomore, Kyson Wilmot. He'll try to set up the offense here. Guarded tightly by Torrance. The zone defense to start it off here for the Bees defensively. They lead 3-0, 50 seconds into the contest. Throw it on the left wing to Brooks. He looks on that left baseline side. King back top of the key now for Wilmot for a three. Try too strong. King right there on the offensive board. Back up and in. This is a Lawson team with a good amount of size. Galloway at 6'5", King at 6'6", down low. And they're able to get a bucket down there. Austin King, the junior's first points. Into the corner it goes Cobb. Found Johnson cutting to the basket, but he was tied up. It was a jump ball, but they call it a travel. Either way, it's going back to the Lightning. That was Chandler Galloway. He's their leading scorer. He scored 500 points last season alone. A junior, he was honored for 1,000 points before this game. He got that in their win against Fairview on Friday. Just a junior this season, so they've got a couple of talented guys on their team as well. 3-2, 6:35 remaining here in the opening quarter, and Lawson's got the basketball on offense. Throw it into the middle, a whistle, and a foul called on the Bees. And this one's going on Jack Torrance. Torrance picks up his first. Just underway here in the first quarter. 6:28 remaining here in our opening quarter. Kick this one in the corner. This is Brooks. Looks down low. Galloway. There's the elbow jumper, and he finds his first bucket of the ball game from that left elbow to make it a 4-3 advantage for the Lightning here at home. Upperman back with it on offense, looking to Johnson down low on the post again. The turnaround for the baseline just a little too strong, and the Lightning now looking to push. Wilmot with it will bring it to the top of the key. They'll hand it off to Galloway. 6 minutes remaining here in the opening quarter. 4-3, Lightning on top. Looking down low, Galloway. Dangerous pass, and it's picked off. Cobb got a piece, and then Bush took it away. Galloway, though, stealing it back. We've got a jump ball, and it's going to belong to the Lightning underneath the basket with 5:54 remaining here in the first quarter. Keep those comments coming along, whether it's Facebook or YouTube, live on both. 5:54 remaining here in this first frame. You can like both streams as well. This one deflected by Maynard and couldn't quite keep it in bounds. It'll stay with the Lightning on that baseline side. Grandma Marcia turning in from cold and snowy Fort Wayne, Indiana. Yeah, it's been cold and snowy up there for a while. It was cold here today. It was not pretty down here in Middle Tennessee. King on the drive. The free throw line jumper just tossed it up there and got it to fall. As Austin King finds his second bucket of the ball game with 5:42 remaining here in this first quarter. He's got 4 to lead the way for the Lightning. Torrance is going to hand it off. Maynard will bring it around the top of the key, throw it on the left wing to Bush. Now Cobb will get the basketball for the first time on this possession. Being guarded by Wilmot, denies the screen, drives right side. Gives to Torrance, he'll drive baseline. 3 defenders come to him. Johnson in the middle, blocked out of there by Galloway, but he got it again on the putback, no. Rebound tipped around a couple of times. Cobb right there, puts it up and in. Took about 4 tries, but the Bees were able to get it up and in. Quickly the other way, Wilmot loses handle, and it's stolen away. The Bees will have the basketball with 5:05 remaining here in the first quarter, down by 1. Cobb gets his first bucket on the putback attempt after it got tipped around quite a few times. Torrance from way downtown. Torrance knocks it down. The Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate triple for Jack Torrance. And it's an 8-6 advantage for the Upperman Bees here on the road. Torrance first bucket. 4:38 remaining here in the first. This is Brooks with the basketball. Forces a pass to Galloway at the elbow. Kicks it back out and around. On the left wing now Wilmot catches. Looks into Galloway. Turnaround from the elbow again. Drew again. He's got a true jumper from that left elbow. He's knocked it down a couple of times now, and he's got 4 points. 4:18 to go here in this first quarter. We're all knotted up at 8 apiece. Been a fun one so far. Here's Cobb top of the perimeter. He's going to spot up from the top of the perimeter and find nothing but 9 line. And it's an 11-8 advantage after the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate 3 from Ty Cobb. Cobb now with 5 points here in this first quarter. Back and forth we go between the Lightning and the Bees here in the Thunderdome. Brooks has it, being guarded by Cobb, and will hand it off. Bees drop back in a man-to-man defense. Started out in the zone. King with it. Picks up his dribble. Throws around. This is Landenberger with the basketball. There's Brooks now right side. He'll shot fake, drive in. He is stopped and cut off and throws it right back out. King looking around, trying to drive. Cut off. He'll fire it away from 18 feet and knock it down. That's a tough shot for the big man. Austin King, perfect so far from the field, 3 of 3, and he's got 6 points. Upperman back the other way, still up by 1, 3:17 remaining here in the first. This is Maynard on the right wing, looking inside Johnson, couldn't get it there, and we'll back it out towards that half-court line. Through a left side, and that pass way errant as Torrance was looking for Johnson coming around the baseline on the left block and threw it out of bounds. First subs of the game coming in for Upperman, Lofton Crouch, and Finn Sissom. Check in for Collier Bush and Jack Torrance. And coming in for the first time is Makai Jackson for the Lightning. He'll bring the ball ahead. 3:04 remaining here in the first quarter. Today's game presented by Gentry's Power Equipment. Appreciate them for being the presenting sponsor of Upperman basketball all season long, both girls and boys. That makes it possible for Noah to go out to Seymour, Tennessee, and me to come here to Bellevue. This one picked off by Cobb. Here we go. Tosses out in front. Cobb goes up and slams it down. The steal and the slam for Mr. Basketball makes it a 13-10 advantage. Back the other way. The jumper missed. Here come the Bees again. Quickly ahead. Crouch has it. That one deflected and stolen. 2.5 to play here in the first quarter. Galloway racing. Bounces off. Jackson kicks on the wing. A 3 from that right side is good. Knocked in from the right side. Steve Williams, a sophomore, with his first bucket. First time touching the basketball as well. 13-all here in this opening quarter. This one deflected and stolen by Galloway. 2 minutes to go here in the first. On the drive, stolen. Few turnovers, too many for both sides here in this opening quarter. JT Jenkins is in for the first time for the Lightning as well, as they've gone 3 deep into their bench so far here in this first quarter. Dangerous pass, Sissom catches off to Johnson. Looks on the right side. Crouch will facilitate over to Maynard, and that one read perfectly by Galloway, but right back into the hands of Maynard. He read it too well. It was out in front of it. 1:34 to go here in this opening frame. This is Crouch on the left wing. Puts it on the deck, throws to Maynard. Brings it to the middle of the floor and looking back right side. Cobb trying to post up, can't get it in there. Crouch with it, right in front of the student section here in the Thunderdome. Maynard drives left baseline, inside, blocked out of there by Galloway. And Lightning will have the basketball. Jackson will push. He's got it on the right wing. We'll bring it to Jenkins. Here's Galloway. One more now to Williams. Just hit a 3. We'll throw it to Jackson on the right side. 1 minute to play here in the first quarter. Williams again on the left wing. Skips it around. Galloway got loose. He flies it. Too strong. Missed it wide left as well. And missed it badly. 50 seconds to play here in the first. Upperman basketball all tied up at 13 here in the first. Going to be a fun game today. Mentioned a big win for the Bees last year against this Lawson team. And they definitely looked the part already early on this year. Played a very good schedule. A lot of D2 teams. Obviously now in this 4A classification, we've got a foul off the ball, and we're staying here. They're going to get that one on Carter Landenberger. He picks up his first. Just the team's first with 30 seconds to play here in the first. Collier Bush, Jack Torrance, and Rylan Case entering for the Bees. King back in, Brooks back in for the Lightning as well. Galloway takes his first rest. Inbound here to Johnson. 29 seconds to play in the first quarter. Torrance open. Torrance flies it. In and out, no. The rebound to Jenkins for Lawson. Lightning with the basketball. 21.6 to play here in the first quarter. Still tied at 13 apiece. Makai Jackson will set up the offense. He'll let the clock run down. 12 seconds to go here in the first. Here's Brooks. Looks around. Jackson catches with 4 seconds, drives in, and he gets no travel. Ty Cobb just smacked him on top of the head, but it was the travel before the foul. The Bees will get it with 2.3 to play. Here comes Cobb racing ahead. Cobb from half court, just a little right. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. 13 all between the Bees and the Lightning. You're watching Upperman basketball presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Mayberry's Furniture has been family-owned and operated since 1946 and is now serving the Upper Cumberland with locations in both Crossville and Cookville, offering the largest array of solid wood furniture and mattresses in the area. They also provide a best price guarantee and in-house service and delivery. Stop into their 15,000 square foot showroom at 1020 South Willow Avenue in Cookville to see their selection of Amish solid wood, flex steel, Tempur-Pedic, Sealy Posturepedic, and much more today. Mayberry's Furniture is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the high school football game of the week on the UCR Media Network.
At the Quality Family, we believe care isn't just a service, it's a promise.
Whether you're bouncing back from surgery, navigating a serious illness, or need essential equipment to stay independent,
we provide skilled home health, compassionate hospice, and reliable DME services right where you need them most. At home.
Covering communities in Kentucky and Tennessee, we're in your corner.
The Quality Family. Trusted care, right where life happens.
Upperman starts with the basketball first here in the second quarter. All knotted up at 13 apiece between these two sides. Both teams struggling to take care of the basketball in that first frame, trying to get into their offense. Bees trying to get the offense flowing here. Both defenses been very active, deflecting a lot of passes, getting into the ball handlers. Here's Torrance open for a triple try, and he knocks it down. His second made three here in the first half. It's Asanya Brown with American Way real estate triple from the left side. The Bees take the lead, open it up here in this third quarter. Torrance now with 6 points. With the basketball is Wilmot back in there, hands to King. He's knocked down his first 3 shots of the contest with that big 6'6" frame. Jenkins now with it, will throw right side. Wilmot will bring it around, cut off by Bush, will give to Brooks. 7:16 to play here in the first half. Motion offense here for the Lightning. A lot of cutting, a lot of screening. Now King driving. King pulls up, tough shot, won't go. Cobb skying for the rebound. Johnson rips it away. And it ends up being a travel called on Colton Johnson as him and Cobb were fighting for the rebound. Both Bees going after it. Love the effort, but ends up being a turnover for Upperman. 7:04 to play here in the second quarter. Inbound Galloway. Galloway puts it up. Can't get the finish, and Cobb wrestles that rebound away by himself. 6:58 to play here in the second quarter. Upperman basketball. They lead by 3 as Cobb slowly walks it across the timeline. Trying to set up the offense here as he's guarded by Jackson. Will throw it in the corner to Torrance. He's already hit a couple of them. We'll bring it back around. Here's Cobb now with the basketball. Cobb will bring it to Maynard on the right side. And back to Torrance. It goes left side. He'll drive right up the middle of the lane. Cut off. Spins around. He tried to throw it up. Blocked out of there by Brooks, and the Lightning have it. On the run. Wilmot lost it, and he traveled. Good defense by the Bees getting back in transition. Again, a lot of turnovers both sides here in this first half. Defense has been solid. Offense is not so much. Both of them trying to get it going a little bit. Two teams with a good amount of offense as well. 6:28 to play here in the second quarter. 16-13. Upperman leads by a possession. A little bit of a token pressure there for the Lightning as Collier Bush will bring it ahead. So glad to have you along here on UCR, Facebook, and YouTube. I'm Jacob Vincent. Backdoor Cobb underneath, puts it in for 2 and a foul. Got beat. Did the defender Carter Landenberger, and Cobb will be at the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line for 1. Landenberger picks up his second personal. He is the only player with a foul for the Lightning. Cobb with a chance to complete a three-point play. On the way and good. 19-13 here in the first half. 6:13 to play in the second quarter. This one stolen away. Bush has it on the left wing. Cobb on the left side. Skips around. Torrance fakes the three. Brings it to the free throw line. Finds Bush open for a triple try. And rattles it home. Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate 3 for Collier Bush. And Upperman's lead is just like that all the way to 9. Collier Bush finds his first bucket of the day. At the other end, a foul on a three. As Carter Landenberger got loose and let it fly. Jack Torrance got him on the body on the way down. It'll be 3 free throws here for Landenberger. There's only been 4 fouls called. They've been called on 2 different players. Jack Torrance has 2. Carter Landenberger has 2. Those are the 2 involved in the contact there. Landenberger will be at the stripe here for 3 shots. Knocks down the first. These are big free throws here for the Lightning, who are trying to get the offense going. That's their first point of the second quarter with 5:49 remaining here in the second. Second one falls. 22-15, Torrance exits as Ryland Case is back in for the Bees. 5:49 to play here in the second. Landenberger will have one more, and he knocks it down. So he goes 3 for 3. From the charity stripe. First 3 points here in this second quarter, and Steve Williams is back in for the Lightning for Landenberger, who has those 2 fouls. 5:49 to play here in the second quarter, 22-16 after the 3 made free throws by Landenberger. Bees have the basketball. Cobb will bring it across the L here at James Lawson High School. Trying to figure out what they want to do offensively here. Give it to Bush on the right side. Maynard's got it. Looking at Johnson down on the block. Inside Cobb. He got fouled again. Muscled it through. Couldn't get that one to fall. But he will be at the stripe for 2. And Steve Williams is going to be tagged with his first personal foul for the Lightning. Cobb at the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line for 2 more. Already 1 for 1 so far today. And he hits the first. He has had some big-time buckets already early on this season. Only played 8 games. And knocks down a couple of freebies there. And he is already into double figures. Surprise, surprise. 5:20 to play here in the first half. 24-16. Bees on top here on the road in Bellevue. Brooks has it across the timeline. Jackson tries to set it up Williams and around to Brooks. Bees back in their zone defense, really trying to spread out this offense for the Lightning. Williams looks inside. They're trying to get it to Galloway, who's knocked down a couple of those jumpers from the elbow. He catches here on the wing now. Now King's got it inside. He's got some size. Trying to spin around, had it poked free by Maynard. Case will push it ahead to Bush. Bush on the left wing, slows down, lets his teammates catch up. Right side Case, he's open. One more pass. Great pass to Maynard for 3. Won't go, but the rebound in the hands of Cobb. He'll take it inside, muscles it through again, and he is fouled again. And this foul is called on Mekhi Jackson. His first, and Cobb is at the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line for 2 more with 4:36 remaining here in the first half. He hits the first. Vincissimo will check in for Cobb here for a shorter rest after this second free throw. 25-16, 1 more pending for Cobb. On the way, good. Cobb now 14 in the ball game. Comes out for the first time with 4:36 to play here in the second quarter. And a 10-point lead for the Bees. Galloway will give it ahead to Jackson. Full court pressure has proved to be a little bit difficult for the Lightning to solve at times. Here's a skip pass to Williams and around to Brooks. He'll put it on the deck with the right hand as he brings it to the middle of the floor and throws to Jackson. Right back to Brooks, who looks inside. Can't get it to King. Jackson drives underneath the basket and all the way around to Williams. He'll fire it away from deep and knock it down again. Steve Williams, another big three for the Lightning, his second made triple of the first half. Just doing enough to keep the Lightning within striking distance, 26-19. Especially with Cobb on the bench, the Lightning going to have to make a little bit of a run. 3:57 to play here in the second quarter. Case had it knocked away by Brooks, keeps possession. Bees almost all the way out near that half-court line as they're struggling just to get past those primary defenders. Now Bush with it. Looks back door, throws to Maynard on the right side. He drives, pulls up. Maynard got a tough two to go. Joseph Maynard, a strong drive. Gets the bucket to fall with 3:33 to play. Here in the second quarter, it's his first bucket. Makes it 28-19. Back to a 9-point lead. Into the corner, Brooks. No look pass to King from 10 feet. Can't get it to go. Rebound out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Lightning underneath. And just like that, Cobb is back in as Bush will exit. Lofton Crouch will enter for Ryland Case. 3:19 to play here in the first half. 28-19. Bees on top. Jackson will inbound from the right baseline for the Lightning. Looks around, gives to Brooks. Right down low to King in a double team. Tough spot. Got it out. Cobb deflects a pass and then throws it off of Jackson, who's standing out of bounds, and it's Bees basketball. Great defensive play by Ty Cobb, who has been a rebounding menace, able to create a turnover that time for the Bees as well. 3:10 to play here in the second quarter. 28-19, Bees on top, and Cobb is back in there. And anytime he comes out, it's not going to be for long. Johnson, good position down low, and a nice finish as well. Colton Johnson, another score. The Bees on top by 11. It's their biggest lead of the ball game so far. Johnson with 5 in this first half. Brooks has it on the left side. 2:47 to play here in the second quarter. Brings it all the way around on that 10-foot volleyball line. Flips it to Williams on the left side. Back out to Brooks. Williams got it to King at the elbow. Down low, Galloway. Nice shot fake. He's in a double team, though. Puts it up anyways. Missed it. The rebound down. Knocked around. Ends up in the hands of King, who puts it up and in for 2. This Lightning team, tenacious on the glass. And Austin King has another bucket. He's got 8. 2:16 to play here in the second quarter. Cobb's got it on the left wing. Crouch open on the right side. That one misses. Rebound Sissom underneath. Nice shot fake, but he traveled before. Got the defender in the air, but couldn't quite keep his footing. It's a turnover by the Bees with 2:08 to play here in the second quarter. 30-21 they lead. It will be Lightning basketball. Lightning have not been able to get the offense going at all, especially here in the half court in this second quarter. They were able to get that offensive rebound put back. The 3 by Williams is the only bucket in the half court offense so far. Have a couple of free throws at the line, and they're within striking distance, down by just 3 possessions. Struggling to get it within that zone without being deflected around. On the left side, Landenberger's back in there. Jackson catches at the elbow. He'll put it up from 14. No, great rebound by Johnson. Bounces ahead to Cobb, will bring it for the Bees. 1:44 to play here in the second. Jumps up, throws Johnson inside, off the window and down again. Strong finish for Colton Johnson among the trees. Colton Johnson, physical player, obviously able to get another finish inside. Jackson catches at the elbow, faces up, lost the basketball, got it back and flips to Galloway. He'll throw it back up top for Brooks. And then just threw a dangerous pass. He thought Landenberger was going to cut through the middle and then stopped short and picked off by Sissom. 32-21, Bees on top, 1:14 remaining here in the second quarter. There's Johnson on the right baseline and around to Maynard. Crouch looks left, throws it down low. Johnson catches again in the post. Gets past his defender, got fouled. They let it go. Fighting for the rebound, rips it down. A whistle and a jump ball. And it's going to belong to the Lightning. And Colton Johnson got absolutely hammered. But it'll be Lightning basketball. Jack Torrance, Kyler Bush re-entering for the Bees. Austin King is back in there for the Lightning as well. So is Mekhi Jackson. 1:02 to play here in the second quarter. 32-21, Bees on top by 11. Has not been easy at times for the Bees, but still enjoying a double-digit lead. Defensively been really solid. Really spreading out the zone and making these passing lanes super difficult. Jackson has it here on the left wing. Landenberger got it around to Wilmot, who's back in there. Wilmot to the top of the key, hands off Jackson. The guards just kind of passing it around the top of the perimeter right now. Can't get it inside that three-point line. Just 29 seconds remaining here in the first half. Maybe trying to draw some clock down. They get it down low. Galloway underneath the basket. Throws it back up top. Right side for Wilmot. He'll bring it to Landenberger with 19 seconds. And now Jackson will slow it down, and they'll take the final shot. 15 seconds to play here in the second quarter. Jackson with a left-handed dribble with 7 seconds. Gives to King. Looks inside with 4 seconds. King will let it fly. That one's off the front of the iron. No. Johnson rebound. Can't get the shot off. And we have reached halftime. 32-21. Bees on top by 11. Stick around. We'll have the Happy Healer halftime show coming up in just a little bit. You're watching Upperman basketball presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Let the bidding begin. It's time for the show. And you know it's gonna go high. There's a buzz in the air and people come from everywhere to hear the auctioneer cry. The sound of the gavel never gets old when you hear an EJ say so. Live or online, we handle auctions of any kind.
Call Amanette's Eagle Auction at 526-5335 where we soar higher.
Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to support student athletes and athletic departments throughout the Upper Cumberland. They are also proud to sponsor Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing's Player of the Game on this broadcast. From trophies to t-shirts, they can do it all. Be sure to stop by and see them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing, proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Sonia Brown is a full-service realtor and is licensed across the state of Tennessee, listing and selling residential and multifamily, land and farms, commercial and industrial properties. Sonia handles the sale from start to closing and beyond. Let her put her 30-plus years of experience to work for you. Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate has been supporting student-athletes in the Upper Cumberland since 1990. You can reach Sonia Brown at 931-979-7145. Sonia Brown, realtor with American Way Real Estate, is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate proudly presents this 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home that features comfort, style, and functionality. The kitchen features all stainless steel appliances, while your private backyard is perfect for entertaining. For more information, visit chadandamycrouch.com or call 931-979-1191. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Legacy House is right here in the heart of Smithville. It's more than a boutique. It's a family story woven into every thread. I'm Amy Allen, and I started this place with my 3 beautiful daughters. We offer timeless pieces that feel both classic and bold. From rich textured clothing to one-of-a-kind accessories. This shop has a perfect mix of heritage with a modern edge. So come on down. You'll find more than just fashion. You'll find a place where legacy and style meet.
Located at 104 West Walnut Street in Smithville, stop by and see their selection Tuesday through Saturday. Legacy House is proud to be an all-inclusive sponsor of UCR.
Turf Masters Landscape Management has been serving the Upper Cumberland since 1996. They offer a variety of services, including lawn maintenance, landscape design and installation, landscape lighting, irrigation systems, and more. They also provide snow and ice removal during the cold winter months. For more information, contact Matt Wilson at 931-261-1587 today. Turf Masters Landscape Management is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Looking for weekend lunch and dinner plans? Since 1971, Nick's Restaurant has been locally owned and operated. From mouth-watering prime rib to delectable ice cream pie, Nick's has it all. Their cozy atmosphere and great service will make you feel right at home. Plus, their banquet space is perfect for any event. Visit them at 895 South Jefferson Avenue or online at nickscookville.com. Nick's Restaurant is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
It's halftime here in Bellevue, and the Upperman Bees enjoying a double-digit lead at the break, 32-21. I'm Jacob Vincent, live on the UCR Facebook page and YouTube channel. So glad to have you along, tuning in for this one for today's broadcast presented by Gentry's Power Equipment. Of course, the Lady Bees, they went on the road out in Seymour, Tennessee, taking on the Kings Academy. Good Division II program out in East Tennessee. Interesting officiating in that one, if you tuned in for that one. Didn't quite go the way for the Lady Bees. They fall on that one in a close one, led by 10 in the fourth quarter, but TKA was able to come back and win that one. Got a good amount of help as well in that contest. The Bees on top here in this one on the road on the boys' side, 32-21 at James Lawson High School on the west side of Nashville. 4:57 remaining here in halftime. It was a good first quarter between both sides. 13 all. Neither team really taking good care of the basketball. Both teams able to get the transition offense going a little bit. Bees were able to get the half-court offense going a little bit. A couple of threes knocked down from outside from Ty Cobb and Jack Torrance in that first quarter, but pretty even in that first quarter. And then the defensive pressure continued for the Bees in the second quarter, and they took better care of the basketball. Able to get it inside to Colton Johnson down low in the post. That opened up some avenues for some passes out on the perimeter, which were able to be knocked down by Jack Torrance and Collier Bush. And then Ty Cobb was able to really get his way inside, get to the free throw line, went 5 for 5 from the Sonia Brown with the American Way Real Estate free throw line in that second quarter alone. He leads the way with 14 points in the first half for the Bees. Colton Johnson right behind him at 7 points. Jack Torrance has 6 on 2 made triples, 3 points for Collier Bush, and Joseph Maynard has 2, all 5 starters in the score column in that first half for the Bees. On the other side for the Lightning, they're being led by Austin King, the junior postman, who's been able to step outside and knock down a couple of jumpers. He's got 8 points in the first half, 6 points off the bench for Steve Williams on a couple of made threes, and they have needed those desperately. 4 points for Chandler Galloway. Those all came in the first quarter, and 3 points for Carter Landenberger here at halftime. 32-21. Upperman on top once again. So glad to have you along, whether you're tuned in on the UCR YouTube channel. If you are, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Make sure you like the stream and leave us a comment. Let us know where you're watching from over on Facebook. Make sure you follow our Facebook page. If you're tuned in on Facebook right now, you can like the stream there. You can give us a share and comment along. Let us know where you're watching from. Second half coming up in just a little bit as you watch Upperman basketball presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Tee Up is the Upper Cumberland's best indoor golfing experience. With 3 state-of-the-art golf simulators, you can work on some of the world's best courses, all in the comfort of their climate-controlled facility. Want to know where you can improve? See everything from club speed to spin rate in seconds. They also have plenty of other games to enjoy time with friends. Conveniently located at 141 4th Street in Baxter. Stop in. Visit them online at teupgolfclub.com or call them at 931-559-GOLF to reserve your simulator today. Tee Up is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Livingston Regional Hospital is Livingston's hometown hospital. Located at 315 Oak Street, Livingston Regional Hospital provides compassionate quality care for all patients from local people you can trust, so you can count on them to treat you like family. Their excellent staff offers years of experience and training to meet the needs of all patients. They understand the importance of providing care in a professional and comforting manner. They're proud to partner with Livingston Academy Athletics through the LRH Sports Medicine team. Livingston Regional Hospital is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. The Real Estate Collective is a team of experienced, licensed real estate agents serving the entire Upper Cumberland region. Whether you are looking to buy or sell, the RICO team is ready to serve you. With a focus on people over profits, you can rest assured the Real Estate Collective can help make your real estate dreams a reality. Call 931-559-9500 for more information or see their current listings at letsgorico.com. The Real Estate Collective is proud to support student athletes in our area and this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Are you looking for the best dining experience in the Upper Cumberland? Visit Fire and Vine in Cookville's historic West Side. Fire and Vine offers great service and a unique menu, including mouth-watering deep dish pizza, delectable beef, chicken, fish, and more. Take in stunning views from the rooftop while enjoying your meal. Come and experience the charm and flavor of Fire and Vine, your new favorite spot for a memorable dining experience. Fire and Vine is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Configuring the Bluetooth, deciding who controls the music, remembering where you parked. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your vehicle doesn't have to be one of them, so you can get back to more important things, like remembering if you're on the 3rd or 4th level of the parking garage. That's simple human sense.
Visit swallowsinsurance.com or call us today, 931-526-4025. Protecting your future. It's what we do.
Second half about to get underway here in Bellevue. I'm Jacob Vincent. So glad to have you along. Today's broadcast presented by Gentry's Power Equipment. The South Willow Auto Clinic are your hometown auto doctors. Family owned and operated for over 4 decades. The South Willow Auto Clinic services all makes and models. Stop in at 640 South Willow Avenue for all of your auto repair needs. Quick check of the SK Creations scoreboard. White County girls defeated Smith County tonight 60-43. The Van Buren County girls got their 5th win of the season. They beat Sequatchie County 74-21. Not too many games tonight on a Monday, but mentioned that Upperman score 62-56. The Kings Academy was able to win that game. That is a good Kings Academy squad, and we'll see, obviously, what the Lady Bees can do coming up. They get a good team, Blackman, on Friday back in Baxter. We got 3 doubleheaders coming your way tomorrow night. Cookeville at Lipscomb Academy. Those will be 2 tremendous basketball games. Cookeville got 2 big wins against Knox Catholic this past Friday. Pickett County and Stowe Memorial coming up tomorrow night. Those 2 will be a lot of fun as well. So just 2 doubleheaders now that I say it and think about it. But we do have 2 doubleheaders coming your way coming up tomorrow. We hope you tune in for those. Underway here in the 3rd quarter. Upperman starts with the basketball, first moving from right to left. As you watch this one in their black uniforms, Cobb's got it on the right baseline, jumps up, no look pass. Collier Bush, open 3, too short. Cobb, though, skying for the rebound, trying to go back up. He'll create some space and find 2 points. Ty Cobb, just a guard, but he plays physical. Gets another 2 to go inside. He's got 16 so far tonight. Had 14 in the first half, as this one is deflected out of bounds. Last touched by Torrance. 34-21. Upperman on top by 13 early on here in this 3rd quarter. 7:31 remaining in this 3rd frame. Make sure you stick around for the Thompson Machinery and Cattle Rental Store post-game show. We'll break down this one. We'll let you know what's coming up next for the Bees and the Lady Bees as well. We'll have the UC Hoops Fest coming up this weekend, Friday and Saturday in Baxter. Good amount of teams there. Here's Galloway on the drive right baseline side. Poke from behind by Cobb and stolen by the Bees. Trying to find King cutting to the basket. Upperman back with the basketball as Bush will bring it ahead. He'll throw it to Torrance, who flies it away. Torrance cannot get it to go. Johnson, though, wrestles away the rebound. Wow, that didn't look terribly clean, but they said it was clean. It's a block by Galloway, and it'll stay with the Bees underneath. 6:59 to play here in the 3rd. Bush will inbounds. Looking to the basket, will throw it up top for Torrance. Back on the left wing now to Cobb. He'll fly this one away. That one missed badly to the left side of the iron, and it's rebounded by Brooks. Lightning will have the basketball. They trail by 13. They have not been able to get the offense going ever since that first quarter. They scored 13 in the first quarter. Have struggled since. Brooks on the drive, kicks on the wing. Wilmot doesn't fire it up there. Turnaround for King. There it is. He's been really solid tonight. Austin King now, the first Lightning player into double figures, makes it 34-23. 6:21 to play here in our 3rd quarter. Cobb will come get the basketball for the Bees out on midcourt on the L here at James Lawson High School. Skip it around Torrance. Gives it to Maynard. Now Bush again on the right side. Goes between the legs and skips to Johnson. Right back to Bush on that right side. Cobb was trying to post up inside for a moment. Now Maynard's got it on the left wing. Good ball movement here by the Bees. Really trying to spread that defense out. Tire him out a little bit with 5:49 to play in the 3rd. Johnson, tough catch. Able to get the basketball. Had it wrestled away and a foul. think they got that foul on Brooks. And the scores table doesn't even know what number they said, so we're not sure who that foul was called on. Bees still have the basketball, though. They've run a lot of clock off here in this possession. There's Cobb driving, jumps, kicks. Maynard wide open on the right side. Got it to go. Sonia Brown with American Way real estate triple for Joseph Maynard from the right wing. And it's 37-23 all Bees here in the second half. He's got 5. Here's King in the middle again. That time too strong. Cobb the rebound and tried to go on the run out, but he will be fouled by the Lightning in the middle of the floor. And this one is going on Brooks for sure. They're going to make sure they get that last foul call as well, I think. A little bit of confusion. Now looks like maybe a timeout on the floor. And there is a timeout on the floor. Looks like it's going to be a full timeout, so we'll step aside as well. You're watching Upperman Basketball presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Upperman Basketball on UCR. Located at 755 Buffalo Valley Road in Cookeville, Gentry's Power Equipment is your local steel dealer. With a huge selection of outdoor power equipment, including chainsaws, blowers, trimmers, mowers, pressure washers, and more. They are your local one-stop shop for high-quality equipment. Locally owned and operated, Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to support Upperman Athletics and UCR.
It's a quick cash pawn timeout taken by the Lightning. 5:08 remaining here in the third quarter. Thompson Machinery and the Cat Rental Store, your one-stop shop for all your dirt machinery and aerial equipment needs. Located at their new facility at 4314 Academy Road in Cookeville. They are a Caterpillar dealer who rents, sells, service, and provide parts. For rental needs, call Lane at 931-267-6380. And to buy, call Lucas at 931-979-5050. Out of the quick cash pawn timeout, it will be Bees basketball. 5:08 remaining here in the third quarter. They lead by 14, 37-23. Here in Bellevue, Tennessee, just west of Nashville, just on the outskirts of Nashville on the west side. Brand new James Lawson High School, built just a few years ago. It's just their third year being opened. It's a beautiful campus here at James Lawson. This gym is pretty sweet as well. Jack Torrance will set up the offense here for the Bees. Joseph Maynard hit a 3 after a very long possession there last time. The Bees very content, up by 14 to run some of this clock down. Here's Cobb on the drive underneath, dumps it off to Maynard. He got fouled. They let it go. There's the whistle. And he will be at the Sonia Brown of the American Way Real Estate free throw line for 2. That foul is called on Brooks. So Joseph Maynard will be at the stripe once more. Mentioned those two broadcasts coming up tomorrow, Cookeville and Lipscomb Academy. Those will be 2 fun games. Stowe Memorial and Pickett County as well, as Maynard is a little bit short on the first attempt. Of course, Pickett County Stowe Memorial boys went to overtime the first time those two teams played in Crossville. This time it's going to be in Birdstown. We'll be there for all the action. Splitting a pair at the Sonia Brown of the American Way Real Estate free throw line is Maynard, as he's got 4 points here in this third quarter. 6 now on the ball game. 38-23. That's a push off by Galloway, and we're going the other way. Just completely displaced Jack Torrance and threw him to the ground. Galloway's had a tough day of it. 4 points all coming in the first quarter, has not scored since. It's now a 15-point lead in Bees basketball with 4:27 remaining here in the third quarter. That's also the 4th team foul on the Lightning here in this third frame. They'll inbound it to Maynard in the front court. Torrance brings it around. Hands off. Here's Cobb. Bush. Maynard looks right side. Cobb catches on the wing. Gets it inside to Johnson. He'll go off the window and down. 2 more for Colton Johnson inside. Back the other way. This one deflected out of bounds. Last touched by Maynard, I believe. Johnson with 9 points in the contest now. Finn Sissom, Lofton Crouch re-enter for the Bees. 4:04 remaining here in the third quarter. It's 40-23. Bees defensively just suffocating this Lightning squad right now, who have no answers offensively. And then the Bees offensively taking a lot of time on their possessions. King, the turnaround won't go. Rebound, Cobb, barely able to keep it in bounds. 3:50 to go here in this third quarter. Right at midcourt, hands off. Johnson looking, finds Crouch. Crouch will give to Cobb on the right side. Double team in the corner. He's going to look for some space, and a timeout taken by Coach Bobby McWilliams. Will be a 30-second timeout. It's a quick cash pawn timeout. The South Willow Auto Clinic, your hometown auto doctors, family owned and operated for over 4 decades. The South Willow Auto Clinic services all makes and models. Stop in and see them at 640 South Willow Avenue for all your auto repair needs. Quick cash pawn timeout taken by the Bees. 3:37 remaining here in the third quarter. It's a 17-point lead for Upperman here on the road in Bellevue, just outside of Nashville on the west side. So glad to have you along live on the UCR Facebook page and YouTube channel tonight. I'm Jacob Vincent. We're riding solo tonight. And it will be mentioned Stowe Memorial Pickett County. That will be our high school basketball game of the week, presented by Mayberry's Furniture. We've got a couple of really good Pickett County games coming up this week. Tomorrow they play Stowe Memorial. Friday they play Eagleville, and that very well could be a possible state championship preview on the boys' side. Those are two of the best 1A boys basketball teams in the state, bar none, and that should be a really fun contest coming up on Friday in Byrdstown. We'll be there for all the action. But tomorrow, it's the high school basketball game of the week presented by Mayberry's Furniture, Stowe Memorial in Pickett County. Here's Maynard on the right wing out of the quick cash pawn timeout. Cobb behind the back as the Lightning trying to turn up that defensive pressure now, trying to create some turnovers. And they're able to create one, but Cobb steals it right back. Cobb inside, draws some contact, can't get the finish. And he will be at the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line for 2. Foul is whistled on J.T. Jenkins, his first. It is the team's 5th as well, with 3:11 remaining here in the third quarter. So the Bees will be in the bonus from here on out. In this third frame, Cobb at the strike. Went 5 for 5 in the second quarter. He knocks the first one down there. Hadn't had a huge scoring night, hadn't had to. He's got 17 of the 41 so far for the Bees. Colton Johnson has 9. Joseph Maynard has 6. Jack Torrance has 6. Been pretty balanced. Second free throw for Cobb, up and good. 2 for 2 from the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line. 3:09 remaining here in the third quarter. Wild pass, but Jenkins is able to go up and bring it down. Lightning really trying to get the offense going. Just have a 2 from Austin King so far. Williams inside, he traveled. Oh, no, they call a foul. Finn Sissom called for it. That is only the 3rd foul of the game called on the Bees. There's 2:56 remaining in the game. Here's a 3 on the way. That one is good from Carter Landenberger. First made shot in a long time for the Lightning, and they needed that one. 42-26, 2:46 to play in the third quarter after that Landenberger 3. The junior now with 6 points. He knocked down 3 free throws after he got fouled on a 3 earlier. Crouch fakes the 3, hands off Sissom, and he traveled again. Rylan Case will trot to the scores table, and he'll come in for Sissom. 2:34 to play here in the third quarter. Lightning basketball down 42-26. Landenberger catches on the right side of the 2-3 zone of the Bees. They try to set a screen on Crouch, but the pass is too high, and they try to skip it over to Jackson, and it's out of bounds. Trying to find the open shooter, but threw it over his head. 2:21 to go here in the third quarter. Cobb will have the basketball. He'll bring it ahead. Throws it down to Johnson on the right block. Man, he had a hand all over his arm. What are these officials looking at? And doesn't matter. The Bees playing some pretty good defense. That sure looked like it was off of Jackson, too. Oh, man. I think the officials are going to come together, so they do fix that. But the foul on Johnson before was just egregious. Just got his left arm completely ripped down, and they let it go. But the Bees able to get it back as Torrance and Case were able to wrestle it away and knock it off of Jackson last. 2:02 remaining here in the third quarter. Torrance out near the half-court line, gets away, gives off to Crouch. Here's Johnson. Looking down low, Cobb gets position. He'll go up and lay it in, and a foul. Ty Cobb posting up inside, draws some more contact, and he'll be at the Sonia Brown of the American Way Real Estate free throw line for one. That foul whistled on Mekhi Jackson. So Austin King re-enters for JT Jenkins. Crouches out for Kyler Bush. 44-26, Bees on top. Defensively have been stout tonight. Very efficient offensively. Haven't taken too many shots here in the ball game. Free throw good for Cobb. Able to break the press that time, or the Lightning. They throw it back to Jackson at the half-court line. Again, this Lightning team, 13 points in the first quarter, 13 points since. There's 1:38 to go here in the quarter, and that three knocked down by Landenberger again. And a timeout on the floor taken by the Lightning. Quick cash pawn timeout. It's just going to be a 30-second timeout taken by the Lightning. Landenberger hits another triple. It's his second made triple here in the ball game. Makes it 45-29 with 1:34 remaining here in the third quarter. Thompson Machinery and the Cat Rental Store, your one-stop shop for all your dirt machinery and aerial equipment needs, located at their new facility at 4314 Academy Road in Cookeville. They are a Caterpillar dealer who rent, sell, service, and provide parts. For rental needs, call Lane at 931-267-6380. And to buy, call Lucas at 931-979-5050. Make sure you stick around for the Thompson Machinery and Cat Rental Store post-game show. We'll have that coming up after the conclusion of the fourth quarter. We'll name our Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game as well. Out of the quick cash pawn timeout. It will be Bees basketball and have to face the full court pressure of the Lightning. 1:30 remaining here in the third quarter. The Lightning trying to dial up some of that pressure and create some turnovers. Bush able to bring it into the front court. Throws it right side for Cobb. Looking over the top. What a pass. Johnson catches. Lost it out of bounds. He may have been fouled again, but ends up going out of bounds. It'll stick with the Bees. Cobb will throw it in from that right baseline side. Up top it goes to Maynard. Spins. Johnson. Throws it right side. Here's Torrance. Double dribble called on Jack Torrance, who I guess technically did dribble it as he caught the pass. There's a very delayed whistle, and you never see that called a double dribble, but they call it here. And it will be a turnover by the Bees. 1 minute remaining here in the third. 45-29, Bees on top. Jackson's got it on the top of the key. He'll drive right side. Give it around. Landenberger, he's knocked down a couple of threes. King now bounces off. Landenberger back up to Jackson. 40 seconds to go here in this third quarter. Williams around the perimeter. Jackson has it. Free throw line stops. Looks. Hands off. Williams from downtown. That one hit the support on the backboard, and it will be a turnover back to the Bees. 29.7 seconds to play here in the third. 45-29. Bees lead it. They'll inbound it to Torrance. Bees looking to take the final shot here in this third quarter. 23 seconds remaining and counting. Torrance being guarded by Williams. Cobb standing under the basket. He's being guarded by Mekhi Jackson. Cobb has a big size advantage there, big physicality advantage as well. 10 seconds to go here in the quarter. Torrance hands off to Cobb with 6 seconds. Gets a screen. Ty Cobb from downtown. Just a little too strong and off the back of the iron. End of the third here at James Lawson High School. 45-29, Bees on top, presented by Gentry's Power Equipment. You're watching it right here on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Watson Chevrolet is proud to present the area's best selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Watson Chevy's staff of experts are ready to get you into your next vehicle with unmatched service and knowledge. Stop in at 2350 Cookeville Highway and get your vehicle serviced by their highly trained professionals. Right now, you can save money on oil changes, regular maintenance, and battery installation. And remember, don't buy till you see Jason Fye. Watson Chevy is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the UCR Media Network. Mayberry's Furniture has been family owned and operated since 1946 and is now serving the Upper Cumberland with locations in both Crossville and Cookville, offering the largest array of solid wood furniture and mattresses in the area. They also provide a best price guarantee and in-house service and delivery. Stop into their 15,000 square foot showroom at 1020 South Willow Avenue in Cookville to see their selection of Amish solid wood, flex steel, Tempur-Pedic, Sealy Posturepedic, and much more today. Mayberry's Furniture is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the high school football game of the week on the UCR Media Network.
The UCR game of the week will be in Birdstown coming up tomorrow night. Still Memorial, Pickett County. I'll be there for all the action with Cameron Hughes. We're going to have a lot of fun as Still Memorial takes on the Pickett County Lady Bobcats, and Bobcats in a doubleheader. Our other game, Cookville and Lipscomb Academy. Those will be two fun games as well. That'll be a really, really good girls game in the first one. Galloway gets it inside here. Good position underneath the left side of the basket, and he gets fouled. I'll have 2 free throws coming for the first time tonight. Colton Johnson called for the foul. That is only the 4th foul called on the Bees in the ball game. And we're in the 4th quarter of action. There's 2 called on Jack Torrance, 1 on Johnson, and 1 on Sissom. And Galloway knocks down the first free throw. This is the second time the Lightning have been to the line. They're 4 of 4 from the stripe so far. And 2 for 2 that time for Chandler Galloway. 45-31 as JT Jackson will check in here. Jenkins, I beg your pardon. 14-point lead for the Bees. 7:43 remaining here in the 4th quarter. Torrance will bring it ahead as we open up this 4th frame. Up by 14 are the Bees. Gone very patient here on offense, moving the ball around. Johnson, great drive inside. Gets some space and puts it up and in for 2. 47-31 is Colton Johnson now to double figures. He's got 11. Chandler Galloway gets another bucket to go. Still up by 14, though, are the Bees. Kai Jackson picks up his 3rd personal there for the Lightning. 47-33, 7 minutes to go here in the contest. Cobb inside, he's going to be fouled by Galloway. Much to the dismay of the Lightning faithful here in attendance. And Ty Cobb will be at the Sonia Brown of the American Way Real Estate free throw line. So Cobb, a couple of tries here at the stripe. His first up and good. He's got 21 points so far tonight. He had 7 in the first, 7 in the second, and 7 more in the third. Now 22 after that made free throw. He has not missed a free throw tonight as well. Perfect from the stripe. And able to knock that one down. 23 on the night for Ty Cobb. 49-33, Bees on top. 6:52 remaining here in this 4th quarter. On the drive, kick, Brooks, a 3-ball, knocks it down from the right wing. Elliott Brooks finds his first points of the night. Gets the student section up on the feet. 6:27 remaining in the ball game. 49-36 is the score. That one missed. Rebound, out of bounds. It's going to go to the Lightning. So Lawson gets the basketball back with 6:20 remaining here in the ball game. 49-36, they've cut it to 13. Kick it on the left wing, 3 on the way. That one too strong, and Cobb right there to wrangle in the rebounds. So the Bees will have the basketball with 6 minutes to go. They lead by 13. Lightning, though, have put on a little bit of a run. Very aggressive defense there by King. Maynard able to keep possession. He is all over it, my goodness. The Lightning fans are claiming he hooked it. Well, yeah, that was after he got mauled by King. That'll be the first personal on King. And the Bees will have it on the far sideline. 5:55 to play here in this one. They'll inbound it to Maynard. There's Torrance. The Bees know this Lightning team, they can score points in a hurry, so they just want to take care of the basketball. Don't want to give too many chances for the Lightning on offense. This one deflected and stolen. The speed of the Lightning comes into hand. Cobb now takes it away, and he'll be fouled. They're going to call this one on the floor on Brooks. He picks up his fourth personal with 5:28 to play here in the fourth quarter. That's already 14 fouls called on the Lightning as well in this fourth frame. Inbound it here to Torrance. 49-36, Bees on top. It's starting to turn a little bit chippy here in this fourth quarter of action. Torrance on the right wing will bring it around the perimeter. He'll land it off to Ty Cobb. Being guarded by Jackson. Jackson, just a junior at 5'7". Cobb driving, and he traveled. Oh, they got a foul. Well, the near side official called a travel. The other side official called a foul. And this foul sheet is pretty interesting, I must say. The Bees have gotten one heck of a home whistle here on the road. Again, the Bees have only been whistled for 4 total team fouls all night long. Cobb is at the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line. Of course, I'm not complaining about it. But on the other side for the Lightning, there's been 6, 8, 9, 13, 15 fouls called to the 4. And it's 5-1 here in the fourth. And Cobb makes him pay, knocks down another couple at the line. Still perfect from the charity stripe tonight. 51-36, back up by 15 are the Bees with 5:03 remaining here in the fourth. You know, maybe these officials saw what happened to the Lady Bees out in Seymour and decided to help them out a little bit. As that three is missed, rebound tipped around. Lofton Crouch pulls it out of there for Upperman. He'll put it on the deck now, looking to bring it ahead. Gives to Torrance. He'll race to the other side. He's looking for a little bit of help, and we'll give it to Ty Cobb. 4:38 remaining here in the ball game. Dribbling it out near the middle of the floor. He'll drive, go behind the back. Triple team comes, kicks to Torrance. 3 on the way. Torrance knocks it down. Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate triple for Jack Torrance. He has hit some timely threes tonight. He's got 9 points, all of them from three-point range. Galloway, the mid-range, too strong. A rebound by Torrance. 4:11 to go in the ball game. It's 54-36. Upperman leads by 18. There was that mini run by the Lightning to cut it to 13, but the Bees have extended once again. Here is Crouch with the basketball. He'll give over to Joseph Maynard. Now Crouch, and he gets fouled hard. My goodness. I think that's the 5th personal as well on Brooks. It's either the 4th or the 5th. That is his 4th. So Lofton Crouch now will beat the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line, and he hits the first. First time in the score column tonight for Crouch. Cobb will get a rest here as Finn Sissom is back in. Crouch free throw is good. He goes 2 for 2 from the stripe, and it's a 20-point lead for the Bees. 3:48 to go here in the fourth. 56-36 the lead for Upperman on the road. Bellevue just outside of Nashville. Right baseline drive, kick it out to Brooks. Here's King in the middle. Down low, Galloway on an ice cut, puts it in for 2. Chandler Galloway been held in check for the most part tonight. He's put together a fairly good fourth quarter, though. He's now got 10 on the ball game. Mentioned a kid that had 500 points last season. He's a 1,000-point scorer as a junior. He just eclipsed that in their last game against Fairview, so it only took him 2 seasons and 8 games. Beg your pardon, 7 games. Bush on the left wing, gets inside. The floater rattles home. Collier Bush will put it up and in. The Bees back up by 20 with 3 minutes to go. Bush has 5 on the night. This pass rifled underneath and unable to be handled by Galloway. Mentioned the game last year in Baxter. It was 65-42. It could be almost that exact score in this one. It's 58-38 right now with 2:56 to go. Lawson, a 4A team this year, bumping up from that 3A classification a year ago. They were in the same district as Hume Fogg and MLK. A couple of good basketball teams. Obviously, the Bees played Hume Fogg the last couple of years in that state tournament and been able to handle them. 58-38. They lead right now. 2:38 to go in the ball game. Here is Ty Cobb. Throws it to Crouch. Johnson trying to post up inside. Pass deflected. Triple team out on Johnson. Here's Bush now. Right back to Crouch. Puts it on the deck, and Cobb now with the basketball. Cobb down low. Johnson, that's a goaltend and a half. Oh, my goodness. They didn't call it. And Cobb steals it away anyways. And then a technical foul called in the middle of the play on the Bees on the bench. I think there's going to be a foul called on the Lightning underneath as well. Well, the technical foul is called on the Bees bench because that was the most obvious goaltend of all time, and they didn't call it. And then Cobb took it away, and he got hammered on a drive to the basket. But I didn't see if they called a personal foul or not. So we'll wait and see. Right now, 2 free throws still for Landenberger. He knocks down the first. He's now got 10 points in the ball game. I mean, that was the textbook definition of a goaltending call. And they didn't call it. And then, okay. So the Lightning will keep the basketball. 2:10 to go in this one. It's been interesting. Here's Galloway. In and out. Rebound Johnson. And Cobb will be fouled again. This foul's called on Landenberger, his third. And Cobb will be at the stripe again. He is 12 for 12 so far tonight from the charity stripe with 1:56 to go here in the fourth. And what's the conversation here? Just 2 free throws for Cobb. Back at the Sonia Brown of the American Way Real Estate free throw line. He hits the first again. Now 13 for 13 on the night. 1:56 to go here in the fourth. Stays perfect. 60-40. And a timeout on the floor. It's a quick cash pawn timeout. We'll step aside. You're watching Upperman Basketball presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
At the Quality family, we believe care isn't just a service, it's a promise.
Whether you're bouncing back from surgery, navigating a serious illness, or need essential equipment to stay independent,
we provide skilled home health, compassionate hospice, and reliable DME services right where you need them most. At home.
Covering communities in Kentucky and Tennessee, we're in your corner.
The Quality family. Trusted care right where life happens.
It's a quick cash pawn timeout. 1:56 to go in the ball game. 60-40. Upperman on top of the Lightning here in this one. And you can see one of the other Coach McWilliams down there trying to find out what happened on the goaltending call, because it hit the backboard and then it was blocked, and they called it a clean block. And there was absolutely no discussion at all that it didn't hit the backboard for Colton Johnson before the block. And I don't know how they didn't call it a goaltend. So it was a technical foul given to one of the coaches on the bench for the Bees, rightfully so, because it was a horrendous no call. 1:51 to go in this one. Lightning with the basketball up against that Bees zone defense, which has been so good tonight. Just allowing 40 points to a Lightning offense that they can really fill it up at times. And we'll have 5 new players checking in for the Lightning. JT Jenkins back in, Elliott Brooks back in, Wilmot is back out there, and a couple of new players checking in as well as Nolan Sales and Arsenio Alexander will check in for the first time. Rylan Case, Kingston Mills, and Drayden Allen checking in for the Bees. 1:39 to play here in the fourth quarter. On the drive, Wilmot, left hand, no. Good rebound by Sissom, who is back in there as well. A fight for the rebound and a jump ball. It's going to belong to Upperman with 91 seconds to play in this one. Torrance, Cobb, Bush, all out. Maynard out as well. Case will give to Allen, who will bring it ahead here for the Bees. Final 90 seconds of this one on the road. Backdoor cut. Crouch couldn't quite haul it in. It'll go out of bounds. It'll go back to the Lightning now with 1:21 remaining here in the fourth. Gunnar Block and Carmine Phillips will now check in for Upperman. As Crouch and Sissom will head to the bench. 1:21 to go. Been a solid day for the Bees. This game was tied 13-all after the first quarter, and then the Bees defense locked down. They started taking better care of the basketball. And they had a lot of shots in this game. That one rebounded by Alexander. Cannot get the putback. Jenkins, though, does get the rebound, and he'll be fouled on the way back up with 66 seconds remaining here in the ball game. And that foul was whistled on Rylan Case. He'll pick up his first personal. Again, that is only the 5th team foul on the Bees all game long. It is the 3rd, though, here in the fourth quarter, and that free throw is up and good for JT Jenkins. Dawson Mullins, the freshman, check in here for the Bees. He'll come in for Rylan Case. So it's Mullins, Phillips, Block, Mills, and Allen, the 5 on the floor for the Bees. Couple of makes at the line for Jenkins, makes it 60-42. And now a steal, stolen back by Carmine Phillips. Looking for a little bit of help. He throws off to Block. 56 seconds to play in this one, and now a foul, and we'll have free throws at the other end. Dawson. Who'd they call that on? I'm not sure who they called that on, but Gunnar Black is going to be at the stripe for 2 free throws with 55.8 seconds to play in this one. Lefty got that one to go, hits the rim support and falls through. From the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line. The Bees have been really, really good from the free throw line tonight. They have missed 1 free throw on the night as Gunnar Block gets a couple to go there. 62-42, up by 20, 52 seconds to go. This one almost ripped away. Jenkins still with it. In some traffic, Carmine Phillips will take it away. He races to the other side. Phillips kicks in the corner. Block fakes on the 3 and around Allen. He's open. He'll fly it up there. Allen can't get it to go. Rebound pulled down by Alexander with 30 seconds remaining in the contest. Bees going to get out of here with their 7th victory of the season and their 3rd straight against a 4A opponent. Baseline drive for Jenkins. We'll throw it back up top for Brooks. 15 seconds to go in this one. Wilmot spins. Blocked out of there by Mills. 4 seconds. Brooks with 1. Brooks puts it up. No good. And it's a 20-point victory and a final for the Upperman Bees, 62-42. We welcome you into the Thompson Machinery and Cat Rental Store post-game show. We'll tally up all the final scores for both sides. We'll let you know what's coming up next for the Bees and the Lady Bees, as there's some good games coming up for both sides. Once again, the final score 62-42 in this one. The defense, the name of the game in this one, and a good win for the Bees here on the road just outside of Nashville on the west side. 13-all after the first quarter. The Bees able to extend their lead into halftime by double digits. They led 32-21 and kept on extending in the third and in the fourth. 45-29 at the end of 3, 62-42. the final in this one. Able to defend without fouling. The zone defense was very, very good. Able to hit a lot of their shots on the offensive side as well. 62 points and did not miss a lot of shots. They were able to force a lot of turnovers on the other side for the Lightning, who fall to 4-4 on the season. The Bees improve to 7-2. Let's bring you the final tallies for both sides. First for the Lightning, they had 3 different double-figure scores tonight, led by Carter Landenberger's 11 points. Chandler Galloway and Austin King each had 10. Elliot Brooks had 3. Off the bench, Steve Williams had 6, and JT Jenkins had 2. For the Bees, they were led by Ty Cobb. He had 7 points in the first, 7 points in the second, 7 points in the third, but only 6 in the fourth. He finishes with 27 on the ball game. He was 14 of 14 from the free throw line in this one. 11 points for Colton Johnson down in the post, very consistent throughout the ball game as well. 9 points for Jack Torrance, 6 for Joseph Maynard, 5 for Collier Bush, and then Gunnar Block and Lofton Crouch each have 2 from the charity stripe at the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line. Once again, the final score on this one, 62-42. Bees now 7-2 on the season. They'll be back in action coming up this weekend in Baxter in the UC Hoops Fest. And they'll be playing on Saturday in that one. The girls will be in action against Blackman on Friday. Couple of fun ones for the Lady Bees and the Bees coming up this weekend in Baxter. Of course, we'll have broadcast coverage of those ball games. Our Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game will be Ty Cobb. 27 points, 14 of 14 from the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line as well. He was tremendous. Played great defensively and a lot of rebounds in the ball game. Not just his offensive output, able to create a lot of turnovers and rebound the basketball well for the Bees in this one. 2 broadcasts coming up tomorrow. The high school basketball game of the week, Stone Memorial and Pickett County in Byrdstown. I'll be there with Cameron Hughes. Noah and Madison will be on the road with Cookeville and Lipscomb Academy over on UCR2 coming up tomorrow. Those will be a lot of fun basketball games, and we hope you tune in for them. That's going to do it for us here in the Thompson Machinery and Cat Rental Store post-game show. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. The Bees, a big win. They improved to 7-2 on the season with a 62-42 victory over the James Lawson Lightning.